Okay, so I wanted to show you all how I fill my beds because, baby, you ain't got to spend a whole lot of money filling the raised beds, okay? Especially if you use the galvanized steel ones, those are already going to cost you. You don't want to spend all that extra money filling them. So let me show you what I did. So what you see here are limbs that I've cut from my trees and the, I guess they call them prawns. Okay, now as you can see, I have filled up one of my beds with leaves. Y'all, I got a lot of trees, so I got a lot of leaves, okay? So after you've done that, then you can go ahead and put your soil over the top. That would be some, your compost, if you use cocoa coir, then your cocoa coir, make sure you add your fertilizers, put some topsoil off in there. But I'm gonna come to you and show you what it looks like after I'm through, okay? After you put your stuff on top, you want to kind of water it in place, so the wind don't blow it everywhere. So that way you can see about how much, you've got to go in there. So let me show you. So this is pretty full, y'all, and this is going to break down into some beautiful soil, okay? So we're going to water that down, weigh it down with the water. Basically, that's what you're doing, okay? And that's going to also help it break down, okay? Weigh this down too on this side. And I'll be right back so I can show you all what I add to the top. So you can see how it goes. This is why it's called lasagna layering, okay? You ain't got to break the bank filling those beds. Save some money. Hey, okay, so I'm going to make this really quick and show you all what I use for my soil composition in the back. So, of course, I showed you all how I lasagna layer my raised beds using some sticks and limbs at the bottom, add some leaves, and then let me show you what I put in the layers after that. So I'm going to turn it around and show you all how I build up my soil. Now, note for those who like to come after folks in the comments about using peat moss, mind your business. So let me show you. So I've got here my worm casting, some bone meal, some blood meal, peat moss. You can get this one bag here, this big bag, for about 20 bucks. It's compressed, okay? It goes a long way. Then here I've got my Dr. Earth vegetable fertilizer, and I got some perlite, or you can use some vermiculite, whatever's your choice, okay? So this is what I use to enrich it and to stretch my soil. Then I come over here, y'all don't judge me, I gotta clean this shit up. Got some mushroom compost. You could use this or the black cow mushroom black cow compost, okay? It's the manure. But right now I got some mushroom compost, the black velvet. I'm gonna use that. I had some of this laying around, added that off in there too. Some folks use topsoil, it's the cheapest. Baby, it all do the same thing, and when you mix it all up together, it's gonna work the same way. But what I find works best is adding in some compost. So let me show you. So this here's my mixture. I haven't completely mixed it all up yet. What you see on top here is your peat moss. This here is going to help to retain moisture, and that's good for those roots to be established, okay? Then the perlite is going to aerate the soil. Then having your regular soil mix, which typically would be some kind of composted material. Now, if you're like me and like to work a little bit smarter, not harder, let me show you what I got. Let me show y'all see. You see this? You can order these on Amazon. If you ain't shopping Amazon, look, take a screenshot, put it in Google Lens, and find it. I bought this here. It came with a set of 3. But this is what I'm about to do, and handy dandy drill, to mix up my soil. Because I ain't going to be doing all that damn work. I got to get back to work. So, there it is. All right, y'all. So I'm about to go mix up this soil. Let me show you. Because I've added some more compost. Excuse the glare of the sun. Look at it, kiss it. So, go here. I added some more compost. There, my black gold, and I got compost on the bottom. But let's mix it. I've already put in all that you've seen. Peat moss, perlite, all of my nutrients and fertilizers, Dr. Earth, blood meal, bone meal, compost, and some soil. Okay, y'all. So I have added in my soil composition, and I'm gonna turn you around so you can see what it look like. See? Y'all see that? They look a whole lot cheaper. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, it do. Now, I'm going to water this in and see what it look like after I water it in. I might come over the top with it with some more compost, but I'll see what it look like after I've finished watering this in. Now, y'all, I've been doing this here since I've been gardening, which has been, I've been gardening for the last 5 years. However, I've been using this method for the last 4. Because the first year, I ain't gonna tell you how much money I spent filling beds. So I learned, y'all. Of course, Google, YouTube University. But let me show you all. Oh, this looks so pretty. Y'all, your roots don't need a very deep layer. That stuff underneath is going to break down into soil. And it's going to make some very, very healthy soil. So I'm going to turn you around, okay? All right. Now, I've watered it down. See here? Of course, you can see a little bit of the leaves, but that's okay. What I've got on top is going to help it break down. If you see, I got a strawberry right there too. Y'all, you can put your compost directly into your soil. Dig a hole, drop your kitchen scraps in there. Kitchen scraps, fish guts, raw fish bones, fish scales. You can put all that off in there, bury it, and now you got compost directly in the garden, okay? And it's breaking down on its own. You ain't got to do all that turning or none of that. Adding nutrients back into your soil, okay? And I see a little worm. I'm going to get it on up out of there. It's not a worm. I like worms. It's a grub. Because once I plant something off in there, that grub is going to eat up my shit. And I don't want it to eat it up before I do. Okay, y'all. All right. Bye.